We'll look at one more example involving 2 dice. And it's the same type of dice as before, only we have 2 of them this time. Now, to find the probabilities for the combined throws here, we need a sample space diagram that we've used before. So we have the different possibilities here. And we want to look at the possible outcomes that we can have. Just change the color on that. So, okay, so we're looking at the sum of the 2 dice. So this is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we can set up a new distribution table. So starting with the possible values we can have, let's call it C this time. So they are 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. And in the next row, we write the probabilities that we want to find. So the probability that our variable capital C equals the small c, which is the value of C. So that's the probability that C equals 2, probability that C equals 3, probability that C equals, and I'm just going to fill out the rest like this. And now the distribution of probability is going to look different because, I mean, if we look at our sample space diagram, we have the number of possible outcomes. The universal set is 16. So if we look at the number of 8s, I mean, only one of those 16 is an 8. So the probability of getting an 8 is 1 out of 16. Okay, we have 2 7s, so that's 2 out of 16, or, yeah, just going to write 2 out of 16. The 6s, it's 3 out of 16. Then we have the 5s, 4 out of 16. And the 4s, 3 out of 16. And then the 3s, that's 2 out of 16. And then 1 out of 16 for the last 2 here. Now, again, if we added together all these probabilities, we could do that with a sigma sign like that. That's the sum of all the probabilities of A equal to A, where A runs from 1 to 4. The sum of all those would be 1. So if you add together all those fractions, you should get 1. And I'm going to clear a little bit of space here just to do something else. We'll look at the bar chart for this probability distribution. So we'll just move this out of the way. We don't need our sample space diagram anymore. Away with that. And a little bit more space over here. Okay. So we'll set up a bar chart with 2 axes like this. There's our values on the y-axis. Probability that C equals 2 was 1/16. Probability that C equals 3 It's 2/16. Now it's getting a little cramped in here. I think I underestimated the need for space here. So this is not strictly correct. Just writing the numbers, but I'm going to do it anyway. But we can see that the bar chart looks quite different now. So it's not a flat bar chart anymore, but we have a distribution that is uneven. So the probabilities are distributed differently from when we only had the one die. And if you had already learned about integrals and finding the area under a curve, you would find that the area is equal to 1.